Don't judge us for this one either, please. Just the abrupt stop. I don't understand it. All right, welcome to Tambo Time. This is episode 3 or 2 or something. I don't know. Isaac screwed up. It's 3?
It's 3.
It's going to be labeled 3?
Yeah.
What's it actually?
Our
4th?
Technically, I can do 0 first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I feel like we've only done. I think this is the 3rd.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done 4.
Oh, so this is the second one?
No, this is 3rd.
You fucked it all up.
You did. You screwed it up. Anyways,
Well, I didn't later.
well, regardless of the episode, we're here. As always, I'm joined by my crack producer, Isaac. And I don't like doing the intros, but I was told, like, who's on the show? And then I'm getting yelled at for the you say, and they're like, can you just introduce them? I'm like, whatever.
I'll
So,
never say anything controversial.
never. Yeah, give it 3 seconds. Yeah. And Derek Hammond, my longtime partner in crime, whatever we want to call him today.
Yo.
But more importantly, today we are joined by Matthew Lewis, creator of Decoded. You call it Decoded clothing?
Decoded. It's decoded.
You just leave it at that.
It's
It's not a
just-
branding. It's not
It's decoded. Yeah. I mean, decoded is the brand.
right.
It's just decoded.
Okay. All right. So we've got Matthew Lewis, creator of Decoded. How did you come up with the name Decoded? Let's start there.
Decoded. Decoded means analyze and interpret. Everything we do kind of has a rhyme and reason to it, or how we see things. To take you back real quick, when I first started, I did a hoodie with the upside down cross on it, and with the word decoded over the top of it, and a lot of people analyzed and interpreted it as blasphemy, evil,
Sure.
all this evil stuff, and that I worship the devil, and it's not the case. Actually, what it stood for was, and I'm not religious, and the brand is nowhere religious or anything like that, but when they put Jesus on the cross, Peter, they were going to put him on the cross too, and he said, hang me upside down because I'm not worthy of being put on a cross next to Jesus.
Okay.
So for the longest time in my life, I felt like I wasn't worthy to do anything really.
Okay.
And so from that standpoint, it was symbolic to kind of put that out there to let people know, like, hey, I am worthy.
Okay. So
You
it's more of a symbol. You're symbolizing something, and maybe people took it the wrong way at first.
Oh, a lot of people took it the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Okay.
I had people inboxing me, telling me, hey, that's blasphemy, and this, that, and the third, and what are you doing? And I guess any attention is better than
Sure.
no attention,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And it was a process, though. I had to kind of just keep putting out things to show people, like, hey, the bigger picture's coming.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet, but soon we'll decode it together, and everybody will be able to understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to do and where I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I remember the first logos coming out.
Yeah.
And I it's kind of cool to get that background story to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you were able to explain yourself to the people you wanted to explain yourself, and anybody that
Right.
knows you, knows you're not that type of dude. And
Right.
And honestly, there seems to be a lot of meaning behind what you put out there and what you brand, and then that to me is cool. I like that part of it.
A lot of my designs, a lot of my images, they all have a meaning. There's always a story in all of my pieces. You just have to look for them.
Mm-hmm.
So some people might see, oh, he has 2 dogs on his shirt. Well, those 2 dogs stand for both my 2 sons. You know what I mean? Just subtle things that mean something to me. The decoded hat with the D with the rose. I grew up in Michigan. The D, kind of like the Detroit Tigers logo in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
The halo, people who've passed in my life that I wish I could still have here today, but are, you know, or not. And the rose from my mother. But again, these are all things that I do and I see. It's my story to tell.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's not going to be for everybody. A lot of people won't understand some of the things I do, but that's okay. But the people who are into it, they do go out of their way to, you know, look for the hidden messages or the symbols and, you know, things of that nature. And, you know, I'll just keep doing what I think is best and being creative and trying to create for people and for myself and for my kids. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, to be able to tell a story. I mean, some people just slap things on a shirt and go, and you know, sometimes there's no meaning behind the substance. But that's actually really cool. You know, does it make it more difficult to design things at times?
Because no, because I'm 36 and I had to grow up pretty fast, and I could, if I had to make a shirt every day. For the rest of my life, I can do that.
Telling a story.
I'm prepared to do that.
Okay.
I'm ready to do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that comes into the Dakota University. You know what I mean? I'm here to school people. I'm here to teach. You know, reach one, teach one.
Yes.
So, you know, I love doing it.
Good.
And that's the most important thing is that, you know, I love what I do.
What made you decide to finally do this? And you know, what obstacles were there initially to overcome? Because I mean, I've thought about doing stuff like this at times, and you know, there's got to be the fear of failure, the fear of, you know, people making fun of what you're putting out, you know, not people not buying it. So, you know, I guess what kind of got you to do it, and did you have obstacles like that going into it?
I feel like the clothing business is probably the hardest business to get into, one of them.
Okay.
Because everybody could be an artist or a creator in making shirts. You know, it all depends on how you decode things or how you interpret them. You know, and it's full circle. But I do. For a long time, I felt like, you know, people are gonna think this is whack. You know, oh, that shit's stupid.
So you did have those fears.
Oh, absolutely. I still have them now. You know what I mean? But that's what keeps me on my feet. You know what I mean? It keeps me on edge.
Keeps you honest too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm not gonna hit a home run all the time with what I do or with what I put out. But I make contact with the ball every time.
Sure.
You know, I do believe that. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people who like what I do, a lot of people who don't like what I do. I just have to stay true to what I'm doing and what I believe in. And the reason why I got into the clothing thing is because I've been around the fashion business for a big part of my life and growing up poor. Oh, I want that, or I need this, I need that. You know what I mean? You know, let's create the shit that we like.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Let's do what we want. You know, let's break some rules. You know, let's do things our way. Let's try different avenues. And, you know, we'll throw shit at a wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't always work out, but to me, everything you seem to put out might not be for me, but you make me like it. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, that's impressive. I think because
you don't like anything.
Nah, you are. You are right there. I'm very kind of picky and peculiar, but
yeah,
I do like all the stuff you put out, and I've bought your stuff for other people.
You are definitely, you know, top 5 supporter of people who have. You probably have almost one of everything that I've done.
I try.
It's so much appreciated. Trust me, like it really means a lot. You know what I mean? And people, I'm not doing this to get rich.
Right.
The money will come. I believe that. I truly believe the money will come. But the satisfaction I get when I'm, for example, walking, you know, down the street or at the mall, and I look over and my son's like, "Hey, Dad, look, that guy has a Dakota hat on."
Yeah, that shit's cool.
You know what I mean? I'm fucking wet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm wet over shit like that, you know? And that means a lot to me. When I pull up here and I see you wearing the Decoded shorts, to me that it's not a front because I've caught you out wearing Decoded gear, not just because I'm here today.
Oh, I love these shorts.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so when I see things and my kids see other people wearing the brand, it means more to me than the money in my pocket. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm really doing something with myself. I'm not talking about it. I'm being about it. And you know,
And you for sure are about it. You've sent me videos of you, putting the sweaters together or you doing the ink on them and whatnot. And there's no question in my mind that you don't put a lot of effort into the stuff. And hopefully it blooms into something even bigger than it is now. You're already way past what a lot of people get to, which is impressive to me to begin with. And I think you do have a good product. I think you do care about your stuff. It's very obvious in what we talk about.
right.
Which will get me into. I'll get into the next topic. Is you just signed on Deuce?
Yep. Yep.
And we've talked privately a little bit about the glasses.
Yep.
You want to get into that because that to me is fascinating.
Whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yep. So the backstory about me and Deuce is everything happened within not even 24 hours.
Okay.
I was sitting at home and I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across a video of Deuce. And it had a crazy amount of hits. And then, I'm watching him and I'm paying attention and he's wearing, Nike leggings, Nike compression shorts, Nike headband. And I'm like, the kid's fucking awesome. And he's a walking billboard for Nike. Fuck Nike. Be a walking billboard for Decoded. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's something new. It's something different. And to be happening on such a small scale, but I want to bring it up to a bigger scale. Having Deuce, I feel like is arguably probably the best flag football player in Massachusetts. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's one of the most popular in New England and one of the best. And yeah, if I were to start some type of, what you're doing,
Yep.
I would want him as my face.
The crazy thing about it is that take away the football player, the kid's fucking mint.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
He's genuine.
Yeah.
He's smart. He's nice. You know what I mean? He's a good-looking dude. He's got his shit together, and he's a good father. So it's more than just I need a face.
Right. You need a guy who's going to represent you the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Deuce fit that mold, and I gave him a call, and I said, "Hey, you got a minute?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "What do you think about this idea? We'll make it as legit as we can."
Now, did you know Deuce prior to?
Me and Deuce have kind of like, ran into each other on football fields and things of that nature. We've talked before on the phone, hey, how you doing type stuff. You know what I mean? The first time I brought a box of clothes to the football field, nobody's seen anything yet. Nobody knew what I was doing. I just showed up and Deuce said, "Hey," he was the first person. "What do you got in the box?" So I got some merch. So let me see it. So I pulled out the Hoochie Daddy sweat shorts that I first did with the Metallica Decoded logo on the front.
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, let me get those. What else you got?" So I got a t-shirt to go with it. "Let me get that too." And that was like my first sale. And then he said, "What else you got?" I said, "Well, this is all I got for now." He said, "Let me know." As soon as I made, a couple other things, I go through my contacts, says, "Hey, this is what I got. Check this out, check this out." And he was always a supporter way before any of this stuff started happening.
Mm-hmm.
Week one of Decoded, you know what I mean? We're 2 years in now.
Right.
And he was always a big supporter. Him, his wife, a lot of players on the lines in Rhode Island, I believe it is.
Yep.
And, so it was just an easy decision. I called him. We talked. I said, "Let's do this." I said, "What do you think we should do, though?" I said, "Oh, I think we should do headbands.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with some headbands." I said, "All right, what else?" "Well, let's do some compression pants." I said, "Yeah, I like that idea too, because I'm tired of fucking seeing you wearing Nike all the time."
Yeah.
So I got off the phone with him, and probably 3 hours later, I had the headbands designed, the mock-ups for him, and shorts, compression shorts.
And those are all the ones that you've been posting recently.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And I wanted to give back to Deuce because I don't want to just feel like he's being used for his football skills. So I wanted to compliment him. I wanted to give him something back. And what better way to do that than to design a pair of glasses and name it after him, right? And if he's going to be a part of this Decoded Sports branch that's under the Decoded umbrella, why not give him something to show him I mean business? Give back.
Sure.
You know what I mean? If I want something from him, what are we doing for him though? You
The
know
best
what I mean?
relationships are give and take.
Right. And I felt like one hand washes the other and we both wash face, you know? So
Who came up with the glasses idea?
I'm going to go ahead and say it was Deuce who came up with the idea.
Okay.
He said, I was asking him about trends in sports and stuff like that. And the first thing he said is, man, you got to make some fucking glasses because everybody's wearing these fucking fake pit vipers.
Yeah.
And,
He's not wrong.
Yeah, we started cracking
I
up
bought
about
them in
it.
Florida. Call them my Fit Vipers.
What is it?
The Fit Vipers, because they're fake.
You know what I mean? Shout out to those guys with the glasses. But he came up with the idea, and I said, "Give me a minute, and I'll call you back." And right away, I went to work, and I told him, I said, "Hey, listen, this is all going to happen fast, and why it's going to happen fast is because I don't want to fuck around when we start. You know what I mean? We don't have forever, and I'm tired of being around people who just talk about doing things and never do it. So we're going to fucking do it." The next day, I had the headbands, the compression shorts, and a mock-up for the sunglasses. 9 days later, I got my first pair of headbands in, and they sold Sunday at the
Mass Flag tournament.
the Sunday draft.
Oh, okay. That day you were
Yes,
there. Yeah.
yep. And they went, almost all of them. And I brought a box with some extra goodies and stuff like that. And people show support, including yourself. You guys bought some shorts, some T-shirts, and everybody was very welcoming and supportive. And that whole league, by the way, is fucking awesome.
Oh,
that
doesn't get any better than
Yeah,
that
no,
league.
that league is mint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't have these power teams, and you just have everybody literally working together to be great. And it's fun, and guys are on the sidelines shooting the shit, and it's just.
I told you it's a big deal. I told you everybody hangs out. You know what I mean?
Who ends up?
Joey Boga.
Yes.
For everybody listening, he's talking about the draft league, that we've mentioned and whatnot.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
what he's doing right now is dope.
I feel like he's kind of not saving football in the area, but making it bigger. I really do.
That's
the biggest
I
league
would
we've
say
ever
he's
seen.
saving it. I mean, the men's 9-man.
Starting
Tanking,
yeah.
I think it's done in that area. You know what I mean? So what he's doing is awesome. So shout out to those guys. Everybody who follows and support those guys. They're meant to. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Now, you've also dabbled in jersey creations.
Yes.
Is that something that's off the table now? Because I haven't seen you do it in a while, or is that something you still like to do?
I like to do it, but it has to feel special.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I did my ladies' Decoded jerseys with the roses and the dog. And
those are sick, by the way.
Listen, I don't want to brag, and I don't want to,
No, those are the best jerseys I've ever worn, and I'm not lying. I put that thing on; that was so comfortable.
They're comfortable, and the design itself is fucking mean, And then you have the roses on the inside of the hoodie, and it's just. So I didn't want to take away from that jersey by making another jersey and have it not be up to par.
Mm-hmm.
And for the ladies' sake, it was nice for them to have something exclusive. Just for them.
Absolutely.
So I didn't want to do another jersey right away.
Mm-hmm.
But as we speak, I am in the works of doing a Decoded / cash out themed jersey for tournaments and stuff of that nature for Deuce and the fellas.
Right on.
but that's still, we're still figuring things out with that. But I do have another one coming.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
You like doing those?
Yeah, I do, because again, it puts the brand out there, and when you do something so awesome, you know what I mean, it lets people know like, hey, I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? I'm not here to just put out some shit to put out some shit. I take
Yeah.
the time with it. I do my research, and yeah, I like it, and I'll do it again. You know what I mean? And if teams come to me and say, hey, can you help design our jerseys? I will.
So if Nasty Boys came to you, if
One-
Nasty Boys said, "Hey, we're looking
30th anniversary.
Or the Force.
if we're looking for a 30th anniversary of Nasty Boy jerseys, something that means something, think we could put something together."
Consider it done.
Okay.
Consider it done. You again, I don't forget who's made me feel certain ways.
Sure.
And I never forget people who've done even the smallest things. I've always told people it's the smallest things you do for people. And you have stood by me. You have supported me. You have complimented me. You've just always been there for more than just the clothes too, though.
Sure.
So if you guys want a 30th anniversary edition,
We'll make it happen.
we'll make it happen.
All right.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, and listen, you've been such a good friend to me. We've known each other for, I think the first time I met you was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You actually asked me if I remember the first time I met you, and I'm probably wrong. That's the thing. You're going to smack me. That's why I was like, let's save it for the air because it's going to be good. I believe the first time I genuinely talked to you was at a co-ed Q6 tournament. I could be wrong.
Indoor.
Outdoor.
The one at night.
The one at night.
That was in
Sandown. I think.
Sandown, New
at
Hampshire.
The, at the
Yeah.
back.
You guys had the yellow and black
Yes, sir.
jerseys. Yep. And you had Maddie on your team.
Yep.
We talked a little bit there, but do you remember hearing Hookset when you tore your Achilles?
Yeah.
And you were sidelined in the cast.
Yeah, see, I couldn't remember if that was before that co-ed tournament or after.
After.
Okay.
And I just kind of remember coming up to you and being like, Kevin was there too. And Kevin, I felt like was always kind of like a little bit of a bridge for me.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
And he's like, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to him? So towards Achilles, and it's like your second time.
I did it twice within a 6-month period.
Right. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. So I remember going up to you and just asking you how you were feeling. You know what I mean? How's everything? Blah blah. But I didn't know you. You know what I mean? I didn't. It's not like we were friends at that point. You know what I mean? But anytime somebody does something, you're a good football player, and so when you see people hurt, it kind of sucks because they want to be out there, and we all love to do this shit. You know what I mean? So, but what really got me feeling like, yo, this dude is the real deal is, I don't know if you remember, and I don't know if this is okay to say or bring up because you know what I mean, but your father passed. And I sent you a message. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I remember.
Okay. And I was just like, hey, dude, sorry for your loss. If you need anything, thoughts and prayers. If you want to talk, I'm here for you. And I know we didn't know each other like that,
Sure.
but it was the right thing to do, and I'd do it again. Not long after that, both my grandparents died within the same, 3 days from each other. And you hit me up with a ditto of the same kind of message, like, hey, you all right? You need anything? And I said to myself, this fucking guy he doesn't have to do this. You know what I mean? And you were there, you know what I mean? And you reached out and it meant a lot to me.
So with me, guys who have my back, I will always have their back. Funny story with that a little bit. Like, yeah, when my father passed, it was sudden and it was tough because we were close. So I got a lot of people that messaged me.
Right.
Not to take away from anything you did, because I had family members who didn't message me. I had lifelong friends who didn't say 2 fucking words to me about my father passing. You know what I mean? Which is if they know me, that was a huge thing. And you didn't even know me and took the time. When I messaged you, I actually didn't remember you messaged me. So when I opened it up,
Yes.
then I was like, oh yeah. And then on top of it too, because I'm such a scatterbrain, when you told me this story again, I was like, I don't remember any of that. So I went and looked. I'm like, there it is.
Right, yeah.
So like I tend to forget stuff like that. But yeah, when I was messaging you, it wasn't even the fact that I remembered that you did message me, but it did remind me that you did.
Right.
You know, which you know, I like you, man. You're a good dude. You're one of my favorite guys, to be honest.
I
And
appreciate that. That
you
means
know.
a lot to me. More than anything. More than the fucking brand. More than football. More than all the fucking jokes and all the the blah blah. When somebody tells you that you're a good fucking person, when you're a good fucking man, that means more to me, than anything else. The only thing higher than that is when somebody compliments my kids.
Sure.
Kids are so well dressed. Your kids are handsome. Your kids, so well behaved. But when you get a compliment, of that nature, and you take pride in who you are as a person, as a man, and how you carry yourself, those are the best compliments. You know what I mean? So I really, 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 really appreciate that, dude.
No, likewise. And we went to Texas together to play in Dallas Stadium.
Yeehaw.
Which you are a huge Cowboys fan.
Cowboys for life.
Right?
Any of you fucking guys that say anything other, kiss my ass.
You told me to save him by this guy, man.
Don't say anything about Cowboys.
Now you guys can say whatever you want about me and the brand. Don't talk about my Cowboys.
No, listen, Matty's a big dude, okay? Matty can walk into any room and probably kick anybody's ass anytime he wants.
Yeah.
This dude was geeking out in the stadium.
Yeah,
I
really was.
He looked like a little kid. He was so happy, and it was
really
honestly, it was fun. It was fun bringing him there because of that. And the year before, we brought our boy Tyler, and he geeking out too because he's a big Cowboys fan. And that stuff was fun. But we actually spent like a week together, and we stayed in that super nice hotel, and it was really cool. I get Kenny Wheels and Frankie always make fun of me for how much we were hanging out together.
Hey, shout out to Kenny Wheels. Dude, he's a good guy too.
No,
man.
I know.
He's a good guy, and he's another one who shows a lot of love. But Cowboy Stadium, for me, was my love story to football. You know what I mean? I mean, something. My whole life, I wanted to be a football player.
Mhm.
Growing up, when I was little, I didn't have dreams of being a millionaire. You know what I mean? I had dreams of being a football player. But I realized very early that shit wasn't going to happen, for a whole bunch of different reasons. But my love for the game has never changed. So for me, being able to go to Cowboy Stadium, play in 2 different tournaments, win the 2 tournaments, and be around people who accepted me, who made me feel like I belonged, and we said we had a couple, old fashions, and
A couple.
yeah, you know what I mean. We almost didn't make it to the airport, and it was an experience of a lifetime. And besides my kids being born, it was probably one of the greatest times of my life. To be honest with you, that's how much I appreciated. It was a privilege. That shit will fucking go down. That shit was badass.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And honestly, it's why we keep traveling. We get that everywhere we go. And honestly, like recently, they came out with they're not doing adult at Cowboy Stadium anymore, which is a bummer. But we're gonna go out winners.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna reach out to Jerry
Jones.
Jerry Jones. I'm gonna reach out to Jerry, and we're gonna get this fixed. And we'll be back.
Get Tyler. Tell him you 2 are the only New England fans from
Nate Jones is a Cowboy fan. Shout out to Nate Jones.
I know they're everywhere. Nate's actually on my draft team.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. You guys can't trade people?
No.
No. Shout out to Nate Jones.
Yes, sir.
Go Cowboys.
All right. I also wanted to. You just put out a shirt for Amanda.
No.
You're sponsoring her?
I sponsor
Okay.
Amanda. Yes.
Okay.
I did Amanda's first walkout
The time she fought in
Sure.
Manchester?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was the AF
Yeah, yeah.
shirt that she had. Yep.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yep.
That was cool.
You know, she came to me with an idea, and once again, hey, give me 5 minutes,
Sure.
and made it fucking happen. You know what I mean? And she didn't just talk about it; she was about it. And well, she made a lot of shirts, and they were good looking shirts. You know what I mean? And a lot of people wore them. Seen a lot of people still wearing them today in gyms, working out, you know, etc. But these shirts, she went through, you know, her own people or whatever she did. And but our Decoded Sports is on the back, and we do sponsor her. And me and Amanda are now in talks about having her be, you know, the first woman MMA fighter under the Decoded Sports brand.
Yeah.
So shout out to Amanda Ferreira. I believe she fights in Canada May 6th.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think we all need to get behind her and support her. You know, she's a local, and somebody coming from nothing to doing what she's trying to do now. I understand.
Yeah.
So I'll do anything in my power to help her, to push her, to promote her, because she'll do the same for me. You know what I mean? And you know, she's a good kid.
She is. She's very cool, and
She's a
she's
good
very
kid.
good.
And
She's,
you know
she's
what?
no slouch.
I will say this: better than a fighter, she's a she's a great mom.
Yeah.
She's a great mom. Always there with her son, no matter what, day in, day out. She's a mom first, and it should fuck you up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She, correct me if I'm wrong, but she tore her Achilles too, right?
Yeah, it was either a tear or a partial tear or
Yeah.
something like that. I can't remember fully, but she and she bounces back.
Yeah.
And you know, she's right back in the fighting game. She won her last fight with like a spinning fucking
Yeah. That highlight was nice.
That's it.
Yeah, I know.
ESPN shit.
I was waiting to see it on there, honestly.
You know, so hopefully we see more of that from her. You know, I'm excited to see what she does.
A couple of us are honestly in talks today about going to Canada and going to see her fight.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Shout out to Amanda Ferreira.
She's fighting in somebody's hometown.
Yeah, I seen that today,
Right.
actually. I was reading somebody's story.
Yeah.
And you know, let's go to Canada and fucking punch that bitch in the mouth, eh? You know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right. Well, anything else you want to cover? Anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, I want to shout a couple people out if that's okay.
Absolutely.
I want to shout out my man Memphis with Raw Vision Media. He came here with me today, and we decided to let's shoot a little documentary on this. You know what I mean? We don't know what the fuck we're doing and what we're getting into. It's our first time here, so we really appreciate that. So shout out to my man Memphis. Shout out to my old lady. You know, the Last Trap Queen, Last Trap Shay. You know, she does her thing. She's a hard worker, owns her own business, and you know, she's been my number one supporter through everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, she's awesome.
You guys are good together.
She's all right.
You guys are funny together.
No, she's amazing, and appreciate you, baby. Love you, and you know, a couple more people real fast. The Marquez brothers. I would like to shout the Marquez brothers out. They've always been there for me, and they've given me the opportunity to keep playing football 9-man when no other team has really reached out in that sense. So SS all day. Shout out to you for having us be here on the show and coming into your place of business, your home, and allowing us to do this. You didn't have to, and it really means a lot. There's a lot of people, you know, the Danny Cabreras of the world, Moses, Dirty Mo. Shout out to you, Dirty Mo, and his wife. They've been probably the biggest supporters, him and his wife. She's always in the gym wearing my stuff. I really appreciate her. Oh, damn, there's so many fucking people, and you know, I had a list, and off the top of my head, I can't think because I'm overwhelmed right now. But thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the football leagues. Thank you to the sports world. Oh, House of Athletes in Methuen, Mass. Big shout out to them. I'm going to be partnering up with them, and we're going to be having events with them. And Deuce will come and be a special guest um, coach, trainer.
What is House of Athletes?
House of Athletes is a gym in Methuen
Okay.
that caters to younger kids, teenagers, and adults. They have a gym, they have a turf area in basketball, and they teach and coach kids, strength and conditioning, agility, things of that nature. And they've been nothing but good to my kids. And I want to give back to them. So anybody who has kids, you want to get them worked out the right way. You want to, have good coaching, good teaching. House of Athletes in Methuen, Mass. Great group of guys over there. The owner is amazing. Me and Memphis were just there today, and we were talking to them about getting Memphis in there. We're going to do a photo shoot with Deuce in there, maybe a video or something like that. So, go check
Doing it all, huh?
You know what? Why not?
That I agree.
Why not? Why can't I?
You can.
I was just telling Memphis on the way here, if I leave with anything, I'd want to leave with this, is that I'm far from being God, but I work goddamn hard. You know what I mean? And I believe that in my bones. Everything I do is for my kids. If I didn't have to take another decoded picture and post it of myself, I would be fucking happy. So if there's models out there and people who want to take pictures, please, because I know for a fact that everybody's tired of looking at my fucking face. You know what I mean?
If you need a triple XL model, I'm here.
We need that.
I'm
We need
triple XL.
hey, decoded big and tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There. Mute his mic.
Also, we got a comment too from Kenny Richards. We need a Tambo collab.
Tambo collab.
Yeah. Kenny Richards.
With Decoded.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head and your creative juices, if you were to collab with me in some manner, what would you do? What would you start with?
Oh man.
I don't mean to put you on the spot here.
No, that's all right.
It's Kenny who's putting you on the spot. I'm gonna blame that goofy.
I have an idea.
Go ahead. What's your idea?
Just the face, but like blanked out, so it's just the beard.
Just the beard? The goat.
For what?
For
Just for the
design
logo?
everywhere. Just like
Whatever it was, I would make sure that it was meaningful and that it showed my appreciation to how you've been to me.
I mean, there's no question that you put blood, sweat, and tears in your product, and it shows. And the people you want to see that will see that.
I hope so. I hope it. Again, it's not for everybody, and that's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's more to come, and I don't plan on slowing down at all. I want my kids to see this. I want them to know that Dad works, hard for what he does. The construction world sucks, and I'm doing that now in the union, but I don't want to do it forever.
sure.
You know what I mean? So I never put a cap over my head anymore. I want to try different avenues. Next year, I could fucking decide I want to make fucking wedding dresses.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever comes my way, and if I decide that I want to do it, it's fucking head down and straight to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You said it all. You've done it all. Anything else you want to leave our guys with?
No, I just thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the communities. Thank you to all of Lowell, the Merrimack Valley, Lawrence, Methuen, Drake, Tewksbury, Boston. You guys make sure you guys follow me, decodedshop.com or .com. Fucking you hear me? Decoded Shop on Instagram.
Do you have a website?
I do have a link. Yeah,
You do? Okay.
yeah.
We'll put it-
It's on there. Stay tuned. I got crazy things coming too, though. I think I'm the first person to do compression shorts with zippers.
I saw those the other day.
Yeah, I forgot to
Yes.
ask. Yeah.
That the legs, can come off. So you can either have them both off, or you could do one leg long, one leg off, kind of look good. Or maybe we get it to a point where it's color coordinated back to your jersey with, the colors of the legs being different. But it's something new that I'm trying. And again, why not?
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I mean, when it gets here this week, we'll go from there. But this is just the beginning. We have lots of work to do.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
I plan on having you back for sure. So this is kind of centered around Bedford flag football, but
Okay.
we talk about all footballs and whatnot. But you are starting on a team in Bedford, is that correct? Is that happening?
What team is this?
Top flight, I thought.
Kenny Wheels never got back to me.
Kenny Wheels.
Kenny Wheels gets mentioned on this more than maybe any other.
Kenny Wheels.
It's a problem.
Sir.
Kenny
Tempo.
Wheels never got back to me. He told me to come check it out, and then I said, "Can I come Wednesday, see if I like it?" And never got back to
He
me.
left you on red.
He was asking me about fucking shiesties, the decoded face tattoo shiesty, and that's all I got from that. But hey, you know what I mean? If somebody's looking for a tight end,
Ben, say less. You'll be on one of my teams next session.
you know what I mean?
I promise that.
Let me know.
Trying to cut some
You know what?
people.
I think people forget the hands.
I don't.
I think people forget the hands. I might have to remind some of these youngins, you know what I mean? But nah, a lot of these younger guys that are coming up and playing now, the sport's in good hands.
Oh, for sure.
The sport's in fucking great hands. There's so much fucking talent out there. It's not even funny. I see guys out there with more talent in the tip of their pinky finger than most people have in their whole bodies.
Half of our travel team's 22 and under.
Yeah,
It's
you
insane.
fucking young fucks.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you guys and thank you so much, and it really means a lot to me. And hopefully we can do this again. And next time I'll come by and I'll make sure I have shirts and shit for you guys.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll have a better setup and maybe look a little professional.
No, this setup is perfect. It does the job. It gets it done. You know what I mean? It's not the arrow.
TV room isn't good enough for you.
Well, it's not more of a TV.
It's an old kitchen table.
It's this little table. Anyways, all right, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, my man. Hey, Decoded, big and tall. I got you. Thank you guys. Hey, I'm out. Peace and love.
You know where you're going. Okay.
All righty.
We still rolling here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Rolling right through.
As Matt leaves here, we'll leave it up. Hey, you got any comments, suggestions, anything you want to talk about as far as that interview goes? You can hit me up directly, hit up Matt, or email tambotime1@gmail.com.
He hates that email.
I hate it. Not only do I hate it, the dude doesn't pay attention to it. I was gonna put it on the air and Tyler ruined it right before we started. He asked him, "Hi, how many emails we get?" "Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked." The thing check. So
And there was
like,
one.
I gotta
How many did we get?
make sure he's
One.
check. No, I wanted to remind him on
What about
air.
intro songs that we have to listen to out there. Figure it out.
Well, because somebody told me they emailed, so I know for sure
Okay, all right. So you knew about the one, and that was the
at least the one.
Tambo time one email at gmail.com.
Yeah, I think we might retire that email.
That's too much now.
But anyways, yeah, we I don't plan, and I do appreciate the song we have. I don't plan on rocking it intro and outro, all the time. So I was actually working with Danny to get something. So
If you need to throw some bars on here, it's not going to be any better.
no chance.
Pat, we'll get cooking. We'll make another one. We'll do a poll. Whose song's better?
Oh, keys.
Right next to
No, not your key.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
get robbed.
Cowboy fan to cowboy fan.
There's
All right, so let's honestly let us know how that interview went. Anything. We will, try to line up some interviewees, let's say, a little more ahead of time, and maybe have guys come up with questions. What I wanted to start doing was email. I will go over emails if they're worthy of my time. So email tambo1@gmail.com. You want any questions, anything you want, put your 2 cents in on the show. I'll read them off in the air. We'll have some fun on it and comment on it. Again, there's only so much content you can have during week 2 and 3 of Bedford, but we'll
some meaningful games this week.
yeah. Let's dive right into it. So we're gonna go. You want to recap Wednesday first?
I mean, To me, Mondays don't exist, but we can go into whatever.
Mondays do exist. I get what you're saying, but don't start writing checks I gotta cash again. Okay.
Listen, I don't even know what I'm saying to upset all these sensitive Sallies.
Well, I think you and I are the ones to blame for this one. I think we joked that Junior was afraid to play Nasty Boys.
Oh, well, I mean, I know it'll play us. It's just not a good business decision.
I mean, it is if you're trying to get better.
All right.
But so Junior heard, and Stick Talk has challenged us this Wednesday. But let's recap a little bit of a Wednesday.
We could really manipulate our own schedule using this.
I know that's why that's a problem. I told we're gonna play all these teams going into playoffs.
We're not going to play a single A team
without playing an A team. It's yeah, no. And I say to these teams, you have to request us. If you really want to do this, go right ahead. I can't do it because it's
not
going to
a
look
tie.
like we're taking the Leaper schedule. You know what I mean?
It was a cupcake this week, Jimmy.
No, it's just kidding, Leaper. You guys are the best. Couple notable games to go over from Wednesday. Stick Talk did play Pickle Dicks, which, like I said, I've said Pickle Dicks is at that cusp of an A division team. Stick Talk, you all right?
I was just trying to say we have more comments going.
Stick Talk is a B1 team
They're a high B team,
in my opinion. So this kind of game, meant something on where they're probably going to end up. Pickle Dicks, it was a close game, but Pickle Dicks did pull it out by a couple
33-20
touchdowns.
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Couple, 12, 13 points.
So, kind of where we're put, where we're thinking they're going to spread out to, but that was a meaningful game. Next meaningful game on the docket that I thought was Safety Patrol and Leapers, which was very anticlimactic because No Show Red did his best no-show appearance.
That's the tough one because I was actually looking forward to watching that game.
I was too.
We had the old 7-10 split that Jimmy loves to give us, so I was hanging out all goddamn night, and I didn't get treated with that. What I thought would be a good game to see how the Leapers handled Red. They handled them without Red just fine.
Yeah, and this is what I love about Safety Patrol. They got out. They tried. They kept it close for a little bit.
Yeah, it was till about 7 minutes left in the first half. I think it was 0-0.
Yeah,
and then
like
Leapers turned it on.
Yeah, Safety Patrol did score some, but Leapers did pull it away. But I think I was wrong about Safety Patrol's defense to keep Leapers to 0 points. Almost a whole half is impressive.
Almost 50 by the end of the game, though.
Yeah, but they might have checked out.
Maybe.
But we'll see. But that's a bummer to not get that full game. I will make fun of Red a little bit, but you don't know if he missed the game because of something serious. So if there was something serious, I'm sorry, I have no idea. But until I know, you're no show Red right now. You're what's it, game management? Is that what those young guys call it?
Load management.
Load management.
Yeah, it wasn't worth his time.
They ain't built like us anymore. We play every game around here. Quick, the Entity Donkey Kicks game was pretty meaningful. Donkey Kicks beat 2 champs. Entity, one of those teams upcoming, added a couple guys. Entity ended up winning. A little controversial. One of the refs did not know that the quarterback handoff exchange.
Oh yeah, he just had to touch it. He thought, right?
You're right. He didn't think.
Shame on him. That guy's been around for a very long time.
He has, but
evidently
miscommunication on what a ref told him, and I would just say Donkey Kicks, you got to be better and not crying like that. It was embarrassing walking off after the game, crying about take 14 points back. No,
just play the game.
Who
it
was the
was
ref?
Jay Townsend.
Oh, okay.
Gino's doppelganger.
Yeah, and listen, Jay's, in my opinion, one of the best refs, and he's open to a conversation. But if you know that's not the rule, and you talk to the ref during the game, and the ref's telling you the wrong rule, it's very easy to grab another ref or go to Jimmy real quick. Don't wait till after the game and cry about it.
That's the one thing they do a really good job of is a ref will grab a ref from another field.
Yeah, they will ask
if it's a real question.
Yeah,
and a lot of refs play on said fields, and they usually get solved pretty quickly.
Yeah. But Entity did win, so could Entity be a B1 team this session based off that win? I think so. You want to talk about the DirecTV's North game?
Where you and I went Benedict Arnold.
Yeah. We joined the North and completely shut butt out.
Yeah, if you'd have had the prop bets on Steve and I lining up and playing defense for the North against DirecTV's, you cashed in.
Right. Well, no Gino. So
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point in time, I'll play for the North any day.
Sure, yeah.
No Eugene
just,
around.
just hanging out with the boys.
Uh,
Gomes looks at me and goes, I think we got 3 dudes. It's like, shit, I don't know if I'm allowed. And I saw you, I was like, I'm good to go, man.
I didn't even ask. I just put my stuff on.
I saw you and I was like, I'm just gonna put my stuff on. I got another hour to kill. I don't want to just sit there and watch it. It's cold in there.
you see my dip touchdown?
I did. I did.
Where was Kenny Wheel's mom in that one? That's
Same place she was where I was going off against KGB.
Can we get to it? There's no build up with you, huh?
I don't want to build up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just-
you
that's-
need
it's
to.
called foreshadowing.
It's not foreshadowing. That's not foreshadowing.
You want to know the big game, in my opinion, off the cuff?
No. I'm going down the list.
I don't know if you have it.
You step for Wednesday?
I don't know if you have it. Because it ended up pretty anticlimactic.
Yes, I'm going down the list. All right, if I go through the list and I don't cover something,
All right.
cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Everything he just said, just cut it.
We're live.
Natty D's and Supreme.
That's the
one.
one.
That was the next one. You couldn't wait 30 seconds.
That's how in sync we are.
Oh, synergy. I've been giving Jay Charles so much crap. And
They had Deuce and everything.
well, they're missing Yogi, they're missing Chad, which are 2 huge players. But this is a potential A division playoff matchup, in my opinion. Now, Jay Charles thinks I did not do well against Natty D's in the playoffs with Web Warriors. He's not wrong. I don't think Jay Charles really understood what type of defense Natty D's had until this week.
Well, he learned.
He learned. I think 3 pick sixes, probably 6 picks total.
Hold.
He does not want me talking about this, but we're going to talk about it because it was a important game. Now, I still think Supreme. He still has it in as Supremes, but I believe it's Supreme. I still have them in the A division,
There's a lot of talent on that team.
and partly because I really want 8 A division teams, but
Yeah.
they should be in the A's. And if Jay Charles accepts anything different, he'll have no honor for the sport.
Wait, so he was saying that you didn't play well when you played with Web Warriors against Natty D's?
Right.
Well, there's a huge talent gap there between the 2 teams.
Who?
Web Warriors and Natty D's.
I don't think it's that big.
I think it's big. Like, and then when
There's,
you're talking about the playoff
there's
game,
potentially a big talent gap.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But I had the weapons to make it a game, right?
Sure. And so that was the game where you played in the championship after, right?
Right.
Is it okay? So he didn't judge off that one. That would have been the game I felt like, because that's your top team against. I mean, I feel like it's like if you go on to play for the Force and playing Natty D's,
Hey.
it's like you can't really grade off that. You know what I mean? Because
It was an A division team. We played well against good teams.
Yeah.
You know, I know on paper that A division team in the Web Warriors does not look like the
Well, no,
greatest.
nothing
but
against
There's
Web
more.
Warriors.
There's more talent
No.
on that team than he's given him
no,
credit for.
no, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just more so saying Natty D's is above just because of their skill rather than Web Warriors.
So I don't think Jay Charles really understood.
I thought you played
Has
pretty
he
well.
listened to
with-
Tyler Pike talk at all? He would have understood.
True.
Nobody's listening to Tyler Pike talk.
There we go.
Sorry, but I was just kidding. He thought
Well,
I
hey,
had
you know what? Red was listening. They all claimed that I hate Savior draw on Wednesday.
We'll
Just
get
saying.
there.
Anyway,
We'll get into
continue.
I do feel like you do hate.
I don't hate him. I don't him.
think
I accidentally called him the redhead one time, and it's because the team called him. I don't call him that. That's how they
Did
know
he get
him.
mad? Did he get mad about that?
I don't know. Maybe.
There's
Maybe
no
that's why
way
he
he got mad.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm pretty sure his second name is just Red.
You never know.
It reads on his
I
birth
think that's his
certificate.
first name.
It just reads his birth certificate at this point.
I actually added every Savior Patrol player on Facebook. They all had to be back, so we should be in the clear.
Oh, okay.
That's the code for in the clear now.
I believe so.
Okay,
We're
All right.
cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were all just joking with.
Oh, sure.
You didn't give them any love.
They always score 50 on us anyway, so they should get less.
That's fair. Got a point.
Well, actually, now that we got the revamped defense, we'll see what
Now
happens.
that he added the
We're
Natty
not talking about
defense.
Mondays yet. We're still on Wednesdays.
Continue.
Let's finish Wednesdays.
Yep.
Then the other notable game, the last notable game, was the what do we want to call it? A grudge match between KGB and Nasty Boys.
You know what? I'll take the lead on this.
All right.
This is a game that only one person on the planet even wanted to happen. His own team was pissed that he made us. We had to stay till 10 just to put a shellacking on them. They brought guys we'd never seen before.
In Farmer's defense, We still could have had a 10 o'clock game. We don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But his own team didn't even want this game. They didn't want the smoke. They did not want this matchup.
Final
A
four?
couple of guys were hurt, from what I heard. So he had to pick up a couple guys.
Yeah, it would have been worse if his regular guys were there.
Are you giving?
Although the guy in the beater is a good athlete. I don't know his name. He was talking mad shit. He's kind of a clown, but he's a good athlete.
They were both talking a lot.
Yeah. Well,
You
the
could
other,
tell-
the other kid sucked.
You could tell they played football before, just not flag.
The
football.
other kid was just god awful. He's like, I just play contact. He's like, you didn't touch me. You just got smoked either way. He was just talking a lot of shit, being awful. The other kid on the other side with the beater on was good though. Kid with the poofy hair was garbage. Can't cover a fucking trash can.
They were talking a lot, but I think they were having fun. Towards the end, I mean, we were all joking, you know what I mean?
But at the very beginning, I was like, this is great. This is all we need is somebody to get
Yeah, I
called
thought-
out by KGB, and we're gonna get in a fucking brawl.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go a different way after the first couple.
Once you
drives.
get Kenny going, I was like,
Oh,
here,
yeah.
here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Jake fights
Oh, yeah.
now. He wasn't there, but
No. So now, either way, KGB played a pretty good game. Not going to take that away, but Nasty Boys, we did what we had to do.
Score?
39-12.
They played a good game? They got smoked. No offense to him. I wasn't there to
Well,
watch the game.
in their defense, it was like 33-6 at half, and the
Okay,
refs,
so they
the refs
lost it in
then
the
were
second
kind of just letting things
Okay,
go.
okay. I just want
Um,
to make sure we're clear here.
And we were by half, and I was just kind of having some fun. We were just trying to air it out, and
We put it on him early, and then cruise control.
didn't need to look back. But it was
Shout out to Tacky Bar. Looking like prime OBJ out there. One hands galore.
he got mad at me that you're the only one that gives him shout outs. So I told him we'd go around the room and shout out Tacky Bear.
No, I'm genuinely doing it. I don't know
Shout out
if
Tacky
I was
Bar.
just on or had anything to do with it. But shout out Tacky Bar and my boy Kev.
Yeah, if you are a quarterback or even a receiver, go out, get a bar of Tacky Bar. That stuff does work, and every generation of what he's made has gotten better. I will give him that, but I'm not gonna waste time talking about it because he posts it all the time. Uses my name when I don't want him to.
You need an NIL deal with Tacky Bar. Name, image,
I'm-
and likeness.
I'm gonna have Nick sue him.
Yeah, but you're never going to be able to talk about it.
All right, that was our recap of Wednesdays. Let's. Oh no, I did want to talk about one more thing on Wednesdays. Sorry, not to.
Shoot.
So remember the young one incident with the fake injury?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenny Wales took claim to that.
Sure.
He must have loved that I blew by the Force game. I wasn't going to talk about it, but we ended up playing FF1. The Force did.
Yep.
So some of those guys kind of got their revenge on Kenny. They scored every touchdown on his side.
Well, I mean, yeah.
that
What do we,
that was all right. When I'm on one side and Kenny's on the other, and they're purposely throwing at Kenny, that was a statement game. So FF1 got a little revenge. Kenny just smiled and took it, but he
Kenny
Yeah.
he's just smiling. Smiling Kenny.
what else is he going to do? At that
Kenny
point?
smiles.
All right, moving on to Mondays. All right, notable game right off the bat was Dirty Birds Milkmen. From what I've seen with these two teams, they get off to a pretty good competitive start, and Milkmen always ends up blowing it away, which is exactly what happened.
Is Timmy playing now with them on Mondays or just Wednesdays?
No,
So that's
CJ
not-
threw. CJ actually threw well.
He's getting a lot better. I'll give him that.
I
But
No, for a kid that
Timmy
doesn't-
changes that team.
Oh, sure, yeah. They seem to never be healthy anymore. They're always like every time we see them, we're missing some guys. I just feel like they just can't.
I don't think they give a shit about Mondays either. Really.
Yeah, no, I hear that too.
And they try. Dirty Birds don't. They're not.
They don't.
showing
They
up.
don't not try, but
Right.
but Wednesdays is the one they care most about.
Yeah,
Like, nobody's
just
gonna. They're not going to go out there and not try to play a game.
I think they had at least 3 of those guys that they had on defense looked like they. I don't know how long they've been playing flag, but they weren't making adjustments. I was running the same plays, same moves.
Yes,
We scored a post 3 times to Austin in the slot. I mean, he didn't even make an adjustment once.
CJ was on the sideline saying, "We're not changing anything up. It's but there's no short of Jay Olsen just seems to somehow find players, and they'll eventually come together, but they'll be a B1 or B2 team this session. Obviously, you guys solidified, your spot in the A's.
We're a little
You-
upset we didn't score on all 10 drives. We went 7 for 10. Like
It
against
was-
a team like that, you try to score every time. You try to be perfect. Like
Are you saying that the Dirty Birds have no defense?
that.
Tyler
they,
Park on the record.
Last
They-
night they didn't really.
3 times. The 3 times we didn't score were
Just trying to
on
not
me
be the only one with
personally.
controversial shit said. You know what I mean?
I can't point it out.
3 times we didn't score were on me. I overthrew a wide open Ian 3 times. Steve was solid. He was open every time too. So,
OBJ smoking those guys though. Drunk OBJ.
okay, you want to hear something though?
Did he use
You want to hear the
more than one
logic
hand
behind
at any
it?
point?
What?
So now I was thinking when Cam was like, all right, listen to this, hear me out. I'm thinking, all right, here comes some stupid excuse as to why he got toasted it twice. And he's like, all right, so they were playing 2-2. Our defense was playing 2-2, right? So when you play 2-2 in the A's and you're a safety or a quarterback, you know that when that guy's going to the sideline, you have that gap between the corner and the safety, right? And all the A quarterbacks will hit that gap. And CJ, I mean, you can't fault him. I mean, he scored twice on it. He wasn't throwing that gap. He was just letting it
Throwing
fly
it over,
deep.
yeah.
So Cam twice. I'm surprised he didn't make the adjustment after the first time, but he comes in to cut that off like he's going to throw that like that. But
Yeah.
he ended up going
Just
over the top.
top.
And Jake's not. He's fast enough to be able to like if he gets behind you, like you're not going to be able to like just like speed up and catch up to him. You know what I mean? Like he's quick enough once he gets behind you to turn up. CJ missed him. He was open a few more times that game actually, but CJ just didn't get it to him.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I've seen him cut that window off, but leave the over the top.
Yeah, not
exposed.
necessarily like an excuse for it to happen, but it did make sense when he was saying that because in the A divisions, no one's throwing it like that.
Yep.
And that type of defense.
All right. Also, Aviation Nation Primetime played each other. That's kind of a B1 game.
They were A1 last session.
I don't think Aviation,
I don't know
and
how.
they got a good team, but I don't know if, unless they do 6A teams, then I think my pick might be Aviation Nation for that 6A team.
Yeah.
And maybe they will. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Super Gremlins played Nasty Goats. Closer than it should. Nasty Goats just took too long to get going on offense. Super Gremlins had a pretty good team. They picked up Kevin, Zach from Florida's in. They played together. They actually did pretty good. And then that's really it for Monday recap. There wasn't much that went on. And no real notable games. Oh, I'm sorry. The LBP and the Young Ones game. Completely skipped that one. LBP, LPB, which, do you know what it stands for?
No.
I think it's Lady something. It's like an anime thing. I'm not hip.
I'm
What is it again?
I'm wokest guy.
LPB.
I thought it was the other. I thought it was LBP.
I keep saying LBP,
I thought
but
it
it's
was like-
not.
Oh, okay. So
Unless
I
it is.
I just thought.
Unless
it was
Jimmy messed up.
Wouldn't be. Yeah, it could be. That's possible.
What's more likely? Jimmy messed it up or I did?
I think Jimmy. I think it's LBP. 'Cause
Okay.
for a while, when Jay found out I wasn't good enough to play with you on Mondays, he was trying to get me to go over there.
What'd you tell him?
Tell him as long as it's past 7:00, I'm good to go.
They got it. They actually had. I saw Kenny over there. I believe I saw Adam playing safety.
No,
No, it
Adam
wasn't
Adam
him?
ref the game.
I thought
Um,
who was playing safety? He looked just like Adam from far.
There
Oh,
was
who
there
was
was Louis, there was Gavin, there was Dave.
No, I saw Gavin over there. Yeah, they got some pieces. They got some pieces for sure.
No, they got a good team. I mean, they came loaded, except they didn't have Adam. The difference in this game, Young Ones threw 2 pick sixes, and I think they only lost by 7 or 8.
Closer than I thought.
Now I knew it was going to be close regardless. LVP looked like they had a hard time moving the ball, which somebody wants me to call out Jay Townsend on having a kid ball.
Oh,
Do we know?
Let's call out who we think's calling him out and call him out at the same time. Let's call them both out for not having the audacity.
I almost
say it
want to
out.
leave it like a
Okay, plug it for later.
yeah.
Okay,
And
a little
let it-
foreshadowing, as I was
Right.
trying to do earlier and got yelled at.
You weren't, yeah, bad execution. But no, I was told that Jay Townsend uses a kid ball, and
We know Trey uses kid flags.
he's on our team. Yeah, he does. They're like small, stupid. But I have no idea. One, I don't care. Some people
Yeah,
use-
whatever.
I don't think it's an
Right.
actual kid
Use a
ball.
goddamn Nerf ball. I don't care.
If you can get a smaller size ball, I'm gonna be pissed you didn't tell me about
I
it.
was
'cause
saying
that's what I need.
Steve's DMs are open.
Yes. TamboTime1@gmail.com. Send the link. We'll get to it in a month.
Well, Steve,
That's not funny.
They're sold out. They're sold out.
Terrible.
But I thought it was going to be a close game for sure. LBP ended up winning. Does not change my mind about Young Ones or LBP being in the A Division playoffs. I think they're still both A Division teams, regardless of this game. And that's really the recap. You guys want to have anything to touch about on Mondays or Wednesday recap?
No, I think we touched it.
Couple notable games coming this week. Tomorrow, Safety Patrol and We Ballin'.
Who's we balling?
It's another kind of they're probably B team. They got some good mass flag guys.
Are they new? I've never heard of them.
Not new to flag.
No, new
They're
to
new to Bedford.
Okay.
Nasty Boys and Stick Talk.
Guess by default.
Yeah, we got Leapers and Natty D's. So Leapers and Natty D is probably the biggest game.
Just a bunch of dudes giving each other a hug for an hour.
I think Natty D's has gotten that, and they've been winning the last few. From what I've been hearing, I could be wrong though.
Leapers never brings a full squad anymore until the playoffs. I think he bites them in the ass.
Maybe. I mean,
they only roll with 6 guys anyway, but they
Right.
never have. They
The
always seem
Leapers-
to have some
actually-
kind of substitution.
Actually, wait, no, never mind. I was going to say the Wenzel may be out, but I believe they'll be in. I believe it's just next week they'll be out.
all right.
Does Stick Talk ready for Toledo? Are you trying to keep that under the wraps?
Oh, thanks for bringing
Stick
that.
Talk. You're getting a revamped,
Well,
loaded, nasty
hold
boys.
on.
Be prepared for
That's a
Wednesday.
decision Derek and I are going to make right now. So that's a couple. I have timestamp proofs of Toledo. He
He's
playing
home. I know he's home.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about him playing this week with us. This was already made before we filmed a week ago.
Sure.
So that was already going to happen. Do we still let him play against Stick Talk?
So
So
I guess-
it's going to look like
I guess I have 2 questions. One, do we have everyone?
as far as I know, nobody said they were out.
Right. So that's another thing to think. We have 10 dudes.
I don't know if we have 10.
We damn near have close to 10.
Sure.
I'm always down with letting Toledo ball with us. I like Toledo.
But
But
does it make
does
it look like we're
right? Yeah,
stacking?
I'm sure Zoom would let him play to avoid us looking like pussies.
Is Zoom playing at the same time?
I have no idea. Zoom's always seems to be playing because if they are, we got to worry about Connor, and then maybe Toledo can rush.
But this does put Junior in a tough position too, because his whole point of playing us is that he's not afraid to play anybody.
That's fair. Yeah.
And then if we grab Toledo, which was already planned, and then he makes us think about it.
Then
So
he's,
it look like
then he's
he's
afraid.
afraid.
Yeah. Well, sign him up. Whatever. Let him.
You
Let him
have to
run.
bump Bud. Toledo would be.
Yeah, that's
sad,
not a
right?
problem.
No, I
But done.
But you can. And we know you've been working hard. You can stay.
Load management. All you guys are doing it. Yeah, I don't know what I would do at that point in time.
Yeah.
With Bud and him. I'm either one can play not center. You don't have to have him at center, but yeah, I'll try to find him another game.
Bud running outside flies. It's something
I don't want to give Junior any excuse to
he'll
say
find.
anything.
He'll find one.
Oh, he will for sure. What's going on? Buddy, it's
I think he closed the agenda.
this whole. I mean, the interview
It's
thing.
a little
The interview is out of order
Yeah.
of everything.
But it worked out. I think it was better to get it done early. Then there's that weird time. If you're waiting for it in the middle of it, is when you break your natural conversation to fit it in. And I think it was smart to draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it was right to lead off with.
I did have a plan on how I was gonna break it up and whatnot. How'd you guys like the interview?
No, it was cool.
Great.
I felt like I couldn't bring much to the table. This was the first time I ever met Matt. He seems like a legit dude. I didn't know much to talk about. I heard about Dakota just based on the Deuce partnership coming up and seeing that shared. Seems pretty cool. I look forward to buying a pair of those glasses and some of the other stuff, the sports stuff he's got coming out.
So you never even seen?
Never. I mean, I've seen you guys wear, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I didn't know it was a local guy. I'm all about supporting local people, so I just thought it was like a brand that you knew of or something. I didn't know there was somebody around here doing it and all that stuff.
I promise you. If you get a size, I know you're picking on your sizes.
Yeah.
If you get a size of these shorts, you'll fucking love them.
Okay.
They're the
All
greatest shorts I've ever worn.
Alright.
That's no bullshit. So let's get into it now. See, I had a whole setup. That's what's throwing me off. Tyler screwed it up. I
Yeah,
really
there
was
we
going to
go.
call you out on the emails because
There
I
we
knew
go.
you haven't looked at them. And I was going to go, well,
They've been checked now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
asked
that's
this.
the
I asked.
most important time to bring them up because, like, if we're all here, if I can look at them and just be like, "Hey," and then I have to text, and you know how I am with texting and spelling and stuff. So it's better just that we have this vocal eye-to-eye contact to talk about. it.
Absolutely not. The eye-to-eye contact is not good for our listeners.
Or one follower, one watcher.
So explain that real quick. You got it on YouTube?
Yeah, so we're
did you
YouTube
put the link
Live.
somewhere?
Yeah, I put
You
it
guys
in
don't
the
share
chat.
this.
I
You don't
put it
share
in
this stuff
Destination.
anywhere.
No, I put it in
Which
Destination.
we're gonna have a chat.
He started
I
talking.
don't
I was like,
post
"Fuck."
anything anyway.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't.
How are we supposed to expand when
Yeah.
none of you guys post anything but me?
I'm not friends with half. I don't
I
accept. I don't
email
like
you the
send
link.
out friend requests. I just get what's given.
Yeah, you email me the link and then I have to post it.
Well,
I'm
know
sorry.
more
Wait a minute.
people.
Wait a minute.
You're
Wait a
not
minute.
being
Time out.
nothing.
It's called. Is it
Tambo
Tambo time?
time.
No, it's Tambo time.
Ryan, time, please.
Okay, it's called Tambo time.
Yeah.
It ain't called Derek's great fucking ideas or
So
Derek's
what? Are you
perspective.
part of the
You know
show?
what? How about this?
I think
We change it to T-Pike time. I'll start sharing. You want to go with that?
No chance.
All right.
We're
Whoever
gonna-
wins,
we're gonna
if
lose
whoever
all the
wins
followers.
the
Derek's great
championship,
ideas.
whoever wins the championship on Mondays, whether it's young ones, you, us, whoever it is, we'll
should we,
change
do,
it to that.
should we do a segment on banking? While we're
No chance. You're right. Don't even say it. I don't want to tell people you guys are part of this. You're right. I was right. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, fuck.
But I did have a sweet setup. I was going to yell at him about the emails and then
go
No.
right into the Isaac.
right. You know what? Hey, let's play the Isaac game.
Dude.
I was just in case that the interview didn't go well. I was going to have him, get into the Isaac game, but I didn't.
You ask him a question, he's like, "Yeah."
No, I mean, we've always had great conversations, and I knew it was going to be kind of a slam dunk for my first interview. But just in case, I had a backup plan. And
You do close? Yeah.
all right, who wants to play today? Do you?
I'll play. I play every week. I feel like.
We're gonna play.
Oh, we're gonna do me versus Tyler again.
We can.
versus Isaac.
You want to do that again?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm 0-1, so
Oh,
I lost.
Yeah. You don't like losing. I forgot.
I lost.
You want the revenge.
He's the worst at losing.
All right, let's get a round of applause for the Isaac game. All right.
There you go. There you go.
fan favorite.
All right, I tried to mix these up with NFL questions and flag questions.
Okay, I like that.
always.
I like that.
I think they're pretty easy questions. A normal person who knows flag football or football
A
will
normal
go
person
5 for 5 here.
Once turned
Okay,
on the
there you
TV.
Right.
Fell asleep to a game once.
Question 1. Now, Isaac, don't talk till they answer.
I know.
Okay.
I remember the game. It's my fucking name.
Will Isaac know how many minutes in a game at Bedford Sportsplex?
Ooh. I'm gonna go yes.
I'll go no. I'll
Right.
just do it.
Right off the bat, number one question, we had a disagreement. Isaac, how many minutes are in a Bedford game?
I already regret
All right.
this decision.
So, I want to say 50, but last game I was there, they had an extra minute for the in between time, so like 51, but I think it's 50. So I'm gonna go 50.
No, you gave it away with your reaction.
I could have reacted poorly. I would look like I was gonna punch something. It could go either way.
I don't
No.
think Isaac was changing his answer, so I think he gets it.
All right, the answer is 50. So, Derek's.
I love that you tried to fit the 1 minute halftime in there.
Well, it was. And I was like,
I
dude,
know,
they're gonna
yeah.
call me out of this.
I think it's more impressive his thought process.
Oh, I noticed everything. Now.
Impressive is a hell of a word to use there.
Anytime the ref says something, I'm like, hey, can you explain that to me?
This might be a question.
I got a game to play later.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah. Misspell it.
All right, 1-0. Derek, you're gonna answer first because we can't play that.
I answered first in the last one.
I know, but you're in the
Okay.
lead.
Okay.
So
All right.
you're gonna have to
Okay.
answer first
All right.
because we can't play the you.
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah, I can't hide. All right. I got it.
Question 2. Isaac, or guys, will Isaac know? At 7-man at Worlds, Isaac did play this format.
Shit.
How many seconds does the quarterback have to throw?
He's not gonna know that.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna go no as well.
I'm gonna say 7.
Hit the wrong button, please.
There is no time limit.
There is no time limit. You played in this format.
You
Yeah,
blocked
I
so
could
that
do
he
blocked.
has
You
time.
should know.
As much time as you
I
give
wasn't
him.
counting seconds. I
I
was
don't-
getting in the way of the
I
big
don't.
dude.
I didn't even know the answer to it either, so I said
You
no.
were the QB. You were.
I know, but that ball's always coming out before anyway, so I'm never dragging it out however many seconds.
When I did these with Adam, Adam goes, he's gonna say 7. I go, I know. All right, it is
1-0.
1-0 still. You both answer the same there. All right. Question number 3. Will Isaac be able to spell Bengals?
Come on. I think I have to go no.
I gotta go yes. I gotta go yes.
Well, we got a disagreement. All right, Isaac. Can you spell Bengals?
BANGEL.
Hit the wrong button.
Oh.
Wow, what a commanding lead.
You know what? You know what gave it away? Because you said it Bengals, and I knew he was gonna fuck.
That's
that
how you're
up.
supposed to say it. That's how you're supposed to say it.
Is it?
Yes.
Bengals is what I always said. The Bengals.
Not bad.
Yeah, I think that's some.
That's close.
Listen, either way,
Fucking up on your speech.
either
No,
way, I'm
that's my accent. My
Fucking what accent
Greek
do you have?
accent. All right, well, Isaac. No, sorry, Isaac. You're the loser in the game no matter what. Derek, you are 2 points. Tyler's got 0.
See it.
one question to go.
2 more questions to go.
All right.
So he can technically tie.
Okay.
I don't even know if I have a tiebreaker question. I'll come up with something. Question number 4. Isaac, or guys, will Isaac know how many teams in the NFL play in New York and what are their team names?
No.
Yeah, no way. I'm just gonna have to say yes though because that's the only chance that I got. So yes, Isaac, you better know this, man.
Isaac, how many NFL teams play in New York and name those teams?
We got the Jets.
Okay, hit the wrong button.
They're a New York team.
Right, hit the wrong button.
Fuck.
The only team to play in New York is the Buffalo Bills. The Jets and the Giants play in
Jersey.
New Jersey.
I didn't know that.
I was gonna say 3. Thank
Honestly,
you.
no matter which way you were going, I knew he wasn't gonna get one because I didn't think he'd get Buffalo.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
no,
was thinking.
Bills were the first one I was thinking about. I was
You
like,
said Jets first.
I don't, but no, when I
You thought it was the
thought
Jets
I,
were the safer pick.
I thought of the Bills first, but I just said someone else.
well, I was trying to like backtrack. I figured that would be an obvious answer.
Wow, what a game, guys. So technically, Derek won both. So if Derek was playing by himself, he would win.
He usually just
Maybe we can buy some Dakota stuff and give it away as the winner. That'd be pretty good.
But I'm always the loser. That's not good for me. Okay, maybe sponsor. We'll be the 3XL model.
Yeah, you evidently ironed out your big and tall modeling career with him.
Yep.
And Tyler lost this game, unfortunately. So the overall standings between Tyler and Derek are 1-1 now.
I like it.
Yeah.
You guys want to? You guys
Giving
want
us
to?
game direction.
I feel like this is going to end up badly. Someone's going to start teaching me wrong stuff. Just so they like, yo, that 3-point touchdown, that's wild. Like, fuck.
One time we were playing Madden, I kid you not, Isaac punts it and goes, wait a minute, I didn't get my 2 points.
I definitely did say that. I think it was.
You guys want to hear the 5th question?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So if ever it's like 2-2, and I really want Isaac to win, that's why I put the harder questions at 5. But in the NFL, if a team in overtime gets the ball first and they drive down and score a field goal, is the game over?
He doesn't know that answer.
I think you will. Because I think he's got a 50-50 chance.
Can you say the question again? I want to make sure.
In overtime,
Yeah.
in the NFL, the team elects to receive the ball. They get the ball first, drive down, kick a field goal. First one to score in overtime is the game over.
I have a follow-up question. I don't know if this is gonna help at all, but is it the home team?
You don't get to ask the question.
All right. No,
Stop
the game's not over.
fascinating.
The game is not over. No, they have a rebuttal. Sure.
Was
Hit
it
the wrong
beer
button.
No, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, he's right though.
Yeah.
He should have automatically been disqualified asking about the home team.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking baseball.
All right. Wow. Everybody's favorite game. Honestly, if you have a good question and you want to, actually don't email because I will look at the emails
Put in your
now.
comments. Oh, we're still-
Just message me privately if you got a good NFL question or flag football question. I think Dave Cap came up with a couple questions last week. I came up with all these ones.
What if we do one where I look at questions, test your knowledge? Because you
Because
actually
you
have
can't
knowledge.
read.
Nah, that's a fucking good point.
I can't get you to do the sounds. I can't get you to check the emails. I can't get you to do anything.
What if I took on more responsibility
Right.
on top of the one time already?
You
not doing?
complain that you already have a full-time job. You said that after begging to be on a podcast.
I got 2 phone calls back to back. Tyler was like, "Was this something you're interested in?" I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, "All right, boom."
No chance.
I'm
No.
glad I'm here.
You
I'm glad
don't
I'm
post
here.
anything on Facebook unless you hear or see podcasts and say something.
Somebody say podcast?
Yeah.
What's the podcast? I'm saying. Had one. I had one.
Tell you what, why don't you guys start sharing the show first on your Facebooks and then we'll talk.
One day at a time.
All right. I'm going to
I did get my roommate to listen today, actually. So that therefore I did share it. He's like, "Oh, I want to hear this podcast." I'm like, "Okay, here it is."
what do you think?
He listened 2 seconds and went, "It's as good as a Bedford podcast about flag football could be."
Yeah, coming from someone who doesn't know anything about, I kind of understand how that'd be tough to listen to.
I agree.
Yeah, sure.
I agree. We got to try to make it a little more not but flag football.
I like the
Little
guys
bit.
said more Isaac. I like
Maybe.
that.
We just branch off, and then you and I are YouTube famous.
That's the goal.
Woke as fuck.
Buddy.
First off,
Matt said it today. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, so back to Bedford. We got the draft tournament coming up. Let's I would like about 10 more signups. That would be sweet. That'll iron it out. Everybody will get good playing time.
done.
Are you gonna play?
When is it? I'm so
May
soon.
13th. I've already posted it 7,000 times.
It's on a Saturday.
I put it in the group chats.
I got like 4 or
Why
5
not?
coming too soon.
I might have that off. I'll double check.
You got more guys
I've
coming?
got like 4 or 5. I don't know if you have because we didn't pay, so I don't know if we're officially on that list. I know I got like at least 4 more that are gonna
Okay.
sign up and pay you, obviously.
All right. If you want in, again, let me know. You know, I wanted money due April 15th, so we still got some time with that. I've got a good amount of people that have already paid, which is good. I got a lot of people that signed up. Right now, the captains who are going to be the quarterbacks and drafting right now would be myself, Junior Teixeira, Jared Red, Steve Mannion, which is House, Bud, Jay Townsend, and Tyler, and autocorrected it to like Tyler Pike. So right now, those are our only captains. That's 7. I'm trying to get 9. I think if we put 3 teams kind of on each field, we'll all get good playing time. The round robin might be a little shorter than it was last time, but I think we might do a double elimination.
Sure.
That way everybody gets
Yeah.
at least 4 games.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth. But let me know privately or email tambotime1@gmail.com. That's really all I have. You guys have anything to bring to the toe?
I don't know, man. I don't know,
That's
man.
a no for Tyler.
Yeah, I think we're good.
You nailed it.
You think so?
You crushed
I
it.
think it's a good thing I can't play in the draft tournament because for some reason I'm not on your team. Every time you and I are against each other, we get into we don't speak for like 2 minutes.
They have really awkward podcasts.
The draft tournament's good though. 'cause
It's
people
weird.
There's no stacked teams going in there.
I always say something that
What round do you think I get picked up?
I don't know.
How many rounds are there?
priority free agent.
If there's 8 rounds, probably 10 rounds.
I thought the last draft tournament we did went well. Actually,
Jimmy
I like
Saul
that
of
one.
the draft
That's a
league.
good one.
Just the last pick.
Yeah,
Last
that
kid
was,
picked.
I did like that one.
Yeah, actually.
How long did we go today?
Hour and 24 minutes.
Okay.
I will say you were. I watched the first half of that draft league game, Steve. You were picking off passes, running touchdowns in. Throw. You were on fire. You were eating.
Kenny, we needed to win that game.
Kenny and I were in the comments. We're hyping you up.
You guys are hyping Saul up more than anything.
All I said was jump ball Saul minus the jump. I don't really count that as
That's hyping
hyping.
him up. He had like six catches, no drops.
All on extra points.
They were like 4 extra points. Well, you have 7 seconds to throw, and they're 10-yard end zones. And he knows how to play with me. And
right, he just finds a spot.
They're looking at that team. Saul's the last dude they're trying to cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was just money in the end zone. But I did have to bench him because you know how Saul is, and this we'll get into the Versace Saul. Okay, I don't think it's the shirt.
Okay.
Superman without.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the shirt. Versace Saul. It's like when he starts to get some confidence. That's when it comes out.
Yeah.
And in this league, we've warned him over and over and over. You can fumble the ball. Okay. So he's having a great game. He's doing well. I've only had to yell at him once for like a route. All right. But he's playing great. Throw him like a 10-yard stop, catches it. And he just starts trying to do some moves. The ball's out there and he just freelancing and having fun and I benched him right away.
Did he get it knocked out or did he?
No.
Just teach him.
They went right for the flag and then you hear the sidelines yelling.
I tuned back in at one point. And I think I heard Danny going, "Go for the ball."
That might have been it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they definitely, because he was holding that thing out there like
a loaf of bread.
Yeah. And then I had to bench him, which I felt bad because he was having a good game. But
no matter how many times you bench him, you've never sent him home early from a game.
So you're saying I'm not doing a good job?
No, I think you're fine.
I don't. Why have you guys spoken since?
Yeah.
So
All right.
I forgot I even did it.
Yeah, he goes, "Where's Saul?" I'm like, "You sent him home." He goes, "Well, he's not supposed to listen to me." Something along the lines. I didn't mean it that way.
I think we got to set up this race between Isaac and Big Jake. I think this has to happen.
Big
This
Jake
has-
is. I don't know anyone.
Jeez.
Honestly, Isaac's
You will
gonna
be-
be.
no
I think.
way. You're tripping. Jake was disrespected by the comments, so
He's
he
gonna be
he
real
had to moss
disrespected when he
that
loses.
30-verse play right next
What
to you the other
comments?
game. When you guys were like, "Oh, Isaac's the best big, the most."
Oh, Jake
athletic
didn't like
big."
that.
I told Jake, I literally told him, I was like, I thought they were messing with me because I know you're on my team. I thought they were just saying it just to fuck with me.
No, I mean Jake's the best big flag football player there.
Isaac's just weirdly agile.
We gotta set this up, Jake. If you're watching, we know that you are. We gotta set up this race, and we should make this happen tomorrow.
Might be a low.
You feeling all right to do it tomorrow? Yeah, let's make it happen tomorrow.
All right, so I'm
are
on
recording.
record.
Obviously.
I'm on record saying Jake will win. I believe he will win.
Let's get this. So, are we gonna go
Okay.
end zone to end zone, or do we? What do we want to try to do here?
Maybe
Just have him run a 40.
But it's not really
maybe
marked off.
maybe
there.
goal line to midfield. Do you
You
think
got
that
you
would
got the 5 yards every time.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just have
Okay.
stay on a
40 yarder.
work? Okay.
Now, over and under on one of them passing out.
Before, after, or during.
I don't know. I think the odds are pretty good at any point in time.
All right. So who's your pick for this race, Isaac or Jake?
I'm going.
Tambo.
I'm
Derek?
going Isaac.
I'm
Derek-
going Isaac.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm taking Jake.
40-yard dash.
Sure. Are we going? This is going down tomorrow. What time are you going to be there?
8, I think we get this. So I'll be
You
there.
heard it here, folks. Right on Tambo time. We're gonna have a race tomorrow.
Yep. This is going
mean,
down.
We've had grudge matches, and this is probably the worst thing we've ever done is do this podcast.
Yeah. Causing quite the stir.
People are finding how boring Tyler is.
Here we go.
I'm just kidding, but we'll get into before we end the show. I was requested, and I do listen to the requests. I was requested to come up with a top list for new teams, and by new teams within a year. So I briefly thought about it. I'll team up with Tyler, and we'll have it a list. Probably for next week. I think we'll do it. It won't be as let's say in depth as his other list, or
Thank God.
maybe confusing. Or I know a lot of people got good sleep that night.
Yeah, my kids were going to
Bro,
bed.
that
at
list
6.
is nice. And speaking of, all right, continue.
It was hard for the listeners, but what we're gonna classify. I know you want to defend yourself. We're good. We're just joking. So we're gonna classify a new team as a team that's been there for a year and under, which is like about 4 seasons. like Nasty Goats would not be. You know what I mean? That's not really a new team. I'm not taking.
it's the merging of two.
Right. I'm not taking the merging of two teams, but I will take.
The like teams like Entity and the Face Paint team. And
Correct.
Face Paint team's number one. Doesn't matter.
They retired, but I might put them in that list.
Mount Rushmore new teams.
I might maybe over the last year I'll do it, not like current. Because
nobody brought the energy like they did.
I do think they should be up there. Yeah, and the fact that they're never going to play again,
it makes it even better. That guy came in with dicks on his face every week and just made everybody smile.
Yes, sir. All right. Again, TamboTime1@gmail.com. Hit me up privately. You got our outro song ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
I guess we'll launch it now. All right. Good night, guys. Oh my God. I definitely did not feel like that was an hour and a half. I felt like I could have talked more.
I know. You know what we should